ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। जय श्री हरि विष्णु भगवान। जय महालक्ष्मी माता। Ninth chapter of the Vaishakh Maas Mahatmya of the Vaishnav Khand of the Skand Purana. Chapter 9. The birth of Kuṃāra. The birth of Kārttikeya after the marriage of Shiva and Parvati is the favorite theme of all Puran writers. His birth is also the theme of Kalidasa's epic called Kuṃāra Sambhav. Mathila said, O holy sir, how was Kam, who had been burnt, born again? What was the misery that he experienced as a result of his karma, that is, offending Rudra? O Brahman, recount this to me. I have great eagerness to hear. Shrudadev said, I shall narrate to you the birth of Kuṃāra, which, when listened to, is destructive of sins. It is conducive to fame and virtue. It grants sons and is destructive of all ailments. When Kam was killed by Shambhu, his wife named Rati fainted on seeing her husband reduced to ash in front of herself. Within a muhurat, she regained consciousness and lamented in various ways. Due to her pitiable lamentation, the forest too became equally miserable. She desired to cast off her body in the funeral pyre of her lord. She remembered Madhav, Spring, her husband's companion, in order to get the necessary work carried out. That great lord came in order to arrange for the funeral pyre on behalf of the wife of the hero. On seeing his friend, he became alarmed for a short while and was about to swoon. He then consoled Rati with many kinds of words of pacification. O gentle lady, I am like a son unto you. When I am present, it does not behove you to cast off your body, which is the means of achieving dharma. In spite of these and Omar words of pacification in diverse ways, she did not feel inclined to remain alive, though Rati was restrained by him, Vasant. On seeing her firm decision, Vasant arranged the funeral pyre on the banks of the river. She took her plunge into the celestial river, that is Ganga, and performed all the obsequies. She controlled all the sense organs and concentrated her mind in the soul. She got ready to step on to the funeral pyre. Then an unembodied voice was heard. O auspicious lady devoted to your husband, do not enter fire. Your husband will be reborn twice, once from Hara and later again from Vishnu in the form of a Yadav. There, in the later case, he will be born as Pradyuman, the son of Mahavishnu, Krishna, and Rukmini. Due to the curse of Brahma, you will stay in the abode of Shambra. You will become united with your husband named Pradyumna. After saying this, the ethereal speech ceased. On hearing that voice, she who had decided to die gave up her resolve. When Kama was killed by Hara, while acting on their behalf, Devas also came there. On observing Rati's acts, Suras led by Guru, Jupiter, Indra, and fire made that chaste lady desist from it by means of great boons. Though he is Anang, bodiless, having been reduced to ash, he shall become Sang, possessing a body, and though dead, he shall be visualized. Thus, they made her refrain from committing suicide and advised her about her righteous duties. In the previous Kalp, he was a king named Sundara. He was a great lord. You alone were his wife then, but caused a confused intermingling of Rajogun. That was why this plight befell you. Perform expiatory rites now. In the month of Vaishakh, take early morning bath in Ganga. Worship the slayer of Madhu and listen to the divine narrative. O beautiful lady, begin the vrat named Ashunya Shayan, that is non-vacant bed. By means of this pious act and through the vrat of the Vaishakh month, you will certainly regain your husband. After granting her boons like these, Devas went back in the manner they had come. That gentle lady, the chaste wife of Kam, after surmounting the difficulty, took her holy plunge into Ganga. When the sun was in Aries, the noble-minded lady performed the vrat of Ashunya Shayan also. By the power of that meritorious deed, Kama was immediately visualized by her. O great king, Kama, whose power was irresistible in the world, was a king in the previous kalp. He was devoted to holy rites, but he did not perform the great holy rites laid down for the month of Vaishakh. Therefore, Smar met with the destruction of his body, though he was the son of the supreme soul. If the if the month of Vaishakh, when the sun is in Aries, is spent in vain, such is the plight of Devas even, still more so in the case of human beings. Afterwards, when the three-eyed lord vanished, the daughter of mountain became desperate. On seeing her bewildered and sitting quiet, mountain Himvan became agitated, embraced her with his pair of arms, and took her to his abode. Observing the handsome features, liberal mindedness, and Omar qualities of the noble souled Hara, the daughter of mountain, decided, he alone shall be my husband. Her mind was fixed on him. Observing holy rites, she came to the banks of the Ganga in order to perform penance, although she was prevented from it by her father, mother, and other kinsmen. The goddess observed fast and kept matted hair and began to worship the great ling. At the end of 1,000 years, according to the divine reckoning, Maheshwar appeared before her. The Lord assumed the form of a religious student and came to the entrance of the hut one day in the evening. By means of different kinds of words, of discussions, he knew the steadfastness of the mind of Parvati, which was fixed on him. The great Lord said, O gentle lady, choose an excellent boon. That lady of excellent countenance requested Rudra, you be my husband. After granting the same boon, he remembered the seven sages. They came and stood before him with palms joined in reverence. The Lord directed the sages to request Himalaya on his behalf for the hand of his daughter. Commanded thus by the Lord, they proceeded towards the abode of Himvan for the sake of his daughter. They travelled by air, brightening the 10 quarters, and reached the abode of Himvan. The mountain welcomed all the seven sages, the most excellent ones among the knowers of Brahman. He dutifully worshipped all of them. When they were comfortably seated, he addressed them, I am blessed. I feel I have fulfilled all my tasks since you people have come to my abode. I consider your arrival as the beneficial fruit of my birth. Noble souled men who have realized all their objectives have not left anything for us to do. Still, recount to me what is to be done by me now. On being told thus, they said to him one, the great mountain, O Lord of mountains, certainly a statement befitting yourself has been made by you. We shall mention the object of our arrival for your own prosperity. Your daughter, named Parvati, was formerly the daughter of Daksh, Sati by name. After abandoning her body in the Yajna, she is reborn as your daughter. In all the three worlds, none else but Shambhu is competent to marry her. That goddess must be given in marriage to Shambhu by you, if you wish for infinite benefit. In the course of your previous births, good and meritorious deeds were performed by you. On hearing their words, the great mountain became highly delighted in his mind. He spoke these words again, wearing bark garments and observing fast. My daughter is engaged in a very severe penance on the banks of Ganga. She is desirous of getting Shambhu as her husband. Hence, this proposal will be liked by her. My daughter has been already given to that noble-souled three-eyed lord. O holy sirs, kindly go quickly to the place where Shambhu, the great lord, is present. Report to him. Accept the daughter lovingly offered by him one. Let yourselves perform this marital rite. On being told thus by Himvan, they took leave of him and went to Shiva. All the ladies, including Lakshmi, and the Devas, including Vishnu, the six mothers, that is, Brahmi, Kumari, Vaishnavi, Varahi, Indrani, Chamunda, went to witness the ceremony. Accompanied by all the groups of immortal ones, the sages, and the mothers, and the groups of Pramathas, Shiva set out seated on his bull. There were various musical instruments such as bheris, mridangs, conch shells, trumpets, patah drums, etc. Bards recited poems. Sages chanted Vedic mantras. Thus Shiva entered the city of Himalaya. In an auspicious Muhurat, auspicious hour, and in a splendid Lagna, the mountain celebrated the marriage with extremely delighted mind. O king, all the living beings in the three worlds were overjoyed. When the festivities were over, Shankar, the benefactor of the worlds, sported with the goddess as he pleased. He followed the ways of the world. Shankar had his sports in many places in the luxurious, well-furnished abode of Himalaya, comparable to the abode of Devendra, on the banks of Nandini and in the clusters of woods at night. He sported in a park reverberating with the sounds of birds, peacocks, and inebriated bees. Thus sported as he pleased for a period of thousands of years, according to divine reckoning. At that time, O excellent king, women had not yet been granted boons by Indra. Hence, subsequent intercourse with men caused miscarriage in women who had conceived earlier. Since Hara sported every day, the goddess did not conceive at all. Since no son could be begot by the Lord, Devas became worried. All of them joined together and consulted one another. Hara, the supreme Lord, is always attached to the goddess like a lustful one. Our task will not be fulfilled because of frequent miscarriage. Something should be done by us to prevent subsequent intercourse. After discussing thus together, they began to seek an expert for their job. Having decided that Agni, fire god, was the proper one, they spoke to him with due reverence. O Agni, you are the mouth of Devas. You are our kinsman and resort. Now itself you go to that place where Hara sports about. At the end of the intercourse, show yourself up so that there will be no further intercourse. On seeing you, the goddess will shy away and will certainly go away from that place. At the end of the intercourse, be his disciple and ask the destroyer of Smar about some point. Under the pretext of asking questions about various things, see that a great deal of time is taken, O Lord. After the lapse of much time, the goddess will deliver Kuṃāra. On being requested thus by Devas, Agni said yes and went to Hara. Even before the discharge of the semen virile in the middle of the intercourse itself, Agni went there. On seeing him, the goddess aimed and went away rejected, leaving off the sexual dalliance in a hurry. Thereupon Rudra became infuriated. He said to Agni, take this, O sinful and vicious one, my discharged and unbearable semen virile. There has been an interruption during the intercourse due to your presence. Hence, O Havyavahan, bearer of oblations, I am discharging the semen virile into your mouth. After saying this, Hara released the semen virile into the mouth of Agni. Fire god held that immensely powerful semen virile within his belly. He began to be burnt thereby. Worried with this thought, he went to the abode of Devas. It was with very great difficulty that he could save his own life. He recounted it to the Devas. On hearing what was said by Agni, the Devas experienced both delight and rejection. They were delighted because the semen virile had become established into fire god. They were rejected because they did not know how to effect the delivery of the child. The semen virile of Shambhu within the belly of Agni grew up, and 10 months passed by. He did not know the means of delivering the child. Hence he became excessively unhappy. He sought refuge in the Devas for the release of the fetus. Accompanied by Agni, those Devas went to the famous Ganga. By means of elogies and prayers, they earnestly requested Ganga, you are the mother of all Devas. You alone are the sovereign of all the worlds. On behalf of Devas, O gentle lady, hold the semen virile of Shambhu. The fetus grows and develops. But since Agni is not a woman, there has not been the delivery of the child. Hence, redeem him as well as all of us. Take pity on us. On being requested thus, the goddess spoke, let it be so. The Devas imparted the mantra for the release of the fetus. Thanks to the efficacy of that mantra, fire god left off the refulgent semen virile of Shambhu into Ganga, the semen virile that was highly unbearable to all the worlds. She held it for a few months but could not continue beyond that on account of its great power. Her waters became dried up and her body became reddened. The goddess became exceedingly miserable. But thanks to the power of chastity, Ganga, the sole sanctifier of all the worlds, cast of the fetus within her into a cluster of Sara reeds. It was highly blazing all round. It split into 6 due to the Sara reeds. Urged by Brahma, the 6 Kritikas came there. They unified the fetus of Shambhu that had been split into 6 among the reeds. They made it one person with a single body but 6 faces. The Kritikas, who had been commanded by Brahma, did so perfectly well. That body in the form of a man with six faces remained among the reeds unprotected for a long time. Once Parvati and Parmeshwar, who were desirous of going to Sri Shail, riding on the bull, came to that spot. At that time, milk began to ooze out suddenly from the breast of goddess Parvati. She became surprised and spoke to Rudra. Why did the milk issue forth from the breast? Tell me the cause thereof, O soul of the universe. On being asked thus, Hara said, Listen, O gentle lady, I shall tell you. Your son is present below. I had not discharged my seminal virile into you before that Agni came there. On seeing him, you became ashamed and went away to another place. In great fury, the immensely powerful semen virile was discharged by me into the mouth of Agni. With the favor of Devas, fire god cast it into Ganga. She herself became burnt, and so Ganga split into six, and he took the shape of a man. On being commanded thus by Shambhu, she held that child immediately on her lap. The goddess then fed the child at her breasts. Enchanted by the Lord, the goddess had tender emotion for the son. Then the son of Shankar went to Kailash along with the Lord. The goddess attained a great pleasure and satisfaction in fondling her son. Thus, the mysterious and miraculous birth of Kumar has been described to you. He who always listens to this birth of Kumar, of great auspiciousness, undoubtedly obtains increase in the number of sons and grandsons. At his birth, even Hara had to experience great sorrow. One who has listened to the holy rites of Vaishakh lovingly shall become matchless. So Vaishakh rites are destructive of all the masses of sins. It is meritorious. It yields lifelong conjugal felicity. It brings about all riches. By its power, even the unembodied god of love, Kam, became sung, endowed with all limbs. If one spends the Vaishakh month without holy bath or charitable gifts, there shall be a series of miseries even if he performed all other holy rites. If only this one is performed, all dharmas shall be conducive to welfare. Ninth chapter of the Vaishakh Maas Mahatmya of the Vaishnav Khand of the Skand Purana is completed. All those who are listening, please stay with me. Jai Shri Hari Vishnu Bhagwan. Jai Mahalakshmi Mata. Har Har Mahadev. Friends, please like and share this video. Also, do subscribe the channel. Thanks. Hare Krishna.